NASA awards contract to Lockheed's Skunk Works to build manned supersonic X-plane. This announcement is truly a glorious one for aerospace aficionados that have felt disillusioned by a promised supersonic air travel future that never really materialized. The one aircraft that did spend decades ferrying travelers at supersonic speeds, the Concorde, has been out of service for 15 years now, and exists as a page in aerospace history. But this piloted flying spike of an airplane will be built by Lockheed's legendary Skunk Works for a cool $247.5 million and is scheduled to be delivered to Armstrong Flight Research Center by the end of 2021. As the company helps develops and build NASA's pioneering X-plane, it will also be working on the Skunk Works is also pioneering new high-speed technologies in the defense realm, namely in the form of a hypersonic unmanned aircraft dubbed the SR-72. Clearly these efforts will have synergistic properties that could give the company a huge leg up over potential high-speed aircraft competitors. Speed has never gone out of style, but efforts to prioritize it when it comes to flight sure has. But all that is changing on both commercial and military fronts. Maybe the biggest indication of this aeronautical revolution of sorts is NASA's March 2018 announcement that it is diving back into the manned X-plane game in a major way in the form of the Quiet Supersonic Transport Aircraft, which is part of the agency's ambitious low-boom flight demonstration initiative. The aircraft's shape is supposed to keep shockwaves from converging, and thus significantly lowering the audible signature of the aircraft as it travels at supersonic speed. In a press release, NASA stated, "The answer to how the X-plane's design makes a quiet sonic boom is in the way its uniquely shaped hull generates supersonic shockwaves. As for the aircraft itself, it was largely designed as the result of a contract awarded to Lockheed in 2016 and will be 94 feet long while having a wingspan of just 29.5 feet. Its gross takeoff weight is set at 32,500 pounds, which is akin to the unloaded and unfueled weight of an F-15E Strike Eagle. The jet, which will be powered by a single General Electric F414 turbofan, the same engine used on the Navy's Super Hornet, won't just be used for collecting data over desolate test ranges. Once built, the craft is supposed to cruise at 55,000 feet and Mach 1.42 or 940 miles per hour. This is about the same performance as an F-22 while executing a supercruise. It will top out at Mach 1.5 and its cockpit configuration will be based on the rear cockpit of a T-38 Talent trainer. Once Lockheed's own pilots check the jet out for safe flight, 2 NASA test pilots will take its reins for the test program. NASA's pilots are already working with Lockheed on the cockpit layout and the simulators that will be used to train in preparation for the test flights. Jim Maless is one of those pilots, a supersonic manned X-plane. This is probably going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. We're all pretty excited. It's pretty rare in a test pilot's career that he can be involved in everything from the design phase to the flight phase, and really the whole life of the program. Lockheed is now deeply involved with the Ariane Corporation, who is aiming to build a supersonic business jet. In fact, Lockheed seems to be situating itself in a particularly strategic position to potentially lead the supersonic air travel revolution. It's amazing to think that some 75 years after Chuck Yeager shattered the sound barrier in the X-1, we would still be trying to figure out how to make sustained supersonic air travel over land feasible. But better late than never. And above all else, it's truly exciting that NASA is back in the X-plane business in such a dramatic and captivating way. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.